What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today I'm going to be playing a weakness policy Solgaleo team. This team is really cooking. This team was created by the Urban Ranger. Thank you very much for making this team. And it triggers weakness policy Solgaleo with Bulldoze Calyrex-Shadow. Shadow Calyrex is one of the fastest Pokemon available in Regulation I, so it's going to get off a very fast Bulldoze. This Bulldoze will not only trigger weakness policy, but it'll also slow down anyone it hits, so the opponents will be at -1 speed each, assuming they get hit by it and are touching the ground. Solgaleo's Full Metal Body, however, will cancel out that -1 drop by preventing it entirely, and so that you can actually outspeed stuff like opposing Miraidons or Zacians or Zamazentas or whatever, assuming they took the speed drop, and just start sweeping with your stab moves, Sunsteel Strike, Psychic Fangs, and Flare Blitz with Tera Fire, which keeps the ground weakness so you can Tera away from some of your other weaknesses while still getting the weakness policy boost from Bulldoze. The Calyrex otherwise is just a Life Orb Calyrex to pair with Indeedee. It's got Expanding Force and Astral Barrage, which backed up by a Helping Hand can just sweep on its own. The rest of the team, mostly supportive. Ogerpon can take on an offensive role, but is mostly for Follow Me. Amoonguss for some Spore and Rage Powder, and even Pollen Puffing up the Solgaleo because that thing can take some hits and get healed back up. And then a Mineshaw. Mineshaw with Taunt, Fake Out, Wide Guard, Close Combat. It's immune to flinching because of Inner Focus. You can even Tera Ghost if you don't want to take any chip from those normal moves, or Extreme Speed to keep your Sash intact. And Wide Guard is fantastic in this meta. It's just got so much it can do. But anyways, super fun team. I don't know how often I'll get the Bulldoze strat off, but I will be going for it. So let's get going. Alright, we've got Miraidon, Zacian. I kind of like that. They've got Whimsicott, which could be annoying. Iron Hands for Rigoroth, and Firepon, all which could be a little annoying. I love Solgaleo, though. I think Solgaleo Calyrex is probably my play. To outspeed Calyrex, they're going to have to Tailwind. We've got Indeedee to reset their terrain, which is nice, and to block their Fake Out if we want, and to block their Prankster Encores if we need. And then finally, against Zacian, Ogerpon's pretty good. Ogerpon's okay into their Whimsicott as well. Amoonguss, they have 2 grass types and electric terrain. I'm not bringing Amoonguss. Mineshaw, we have Wide Guard, but they're not the most spread move spammy restricteds. Zacian never uses one. So I think it is Ogerpon. Gives me some more offense. It's good into Zacian. Might not be able to get one shot. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going with. And no trainer card, as expected. Please go get a good trainer card. Alright. As long as we have a good match, I'll be happy, I guess. Miraidon and Zacian right from the start. Okay, let's see these ability activation orders. Calyrex's goes first because it's priority, so that doesn't change anything. What I wanted to see was Zacian going before Miraidon. That confirms it's not Scarf Miraidon. And then Solgaleo's speed being 149, I think that's enough to outspeed Zacian every time, which is fantastic. So we're going to Bulldoze, and probably Psychic Fang into the Miraidon. I think that's what I want to go with. Solgaleo is a lot less threatened by Zacian. And Miraidon's a lot less likely to have Protect. Alright, no Protects at all. That's nice. As long as you're not like Covert Cloak Miraidon. We're going to get our weakness policy and become faster. We very easily could lose Calyrex here. But we're going to take Miraidon with us. Life Orb Chip. Solgaleo Psychic Fangs at +2. Goodbye. Now, Zacian, Behemoth Blade into Calyrex, it could happen. Yeah, that's what's happening. But that is fine, because then we can get 2 crazy offensive threats on the field that don't care about Zacian. Or I could bring in Indeedee, but I have Follow Me on Ogerpon anyway if I need it. Zacian could swap, it would lose its attack boost, but it would get its speed back. And their own Ogerpon. Well, I'm perfectly fine popping Tera Fire on Solgaleo. So this is fine. I'm going to Tera Fire, Sunsteel Strike. Who's coming in if they swap? It could be Iron Hands, could be Whimsicott. Sunsteel Strike wouldn't hit Iron Hands very well. Tera Fire, Psychic Fangs this way. Yeah, Psychic Fangs their Ogerpon. And Ivy Cudgel their Zacian. I don't expect Zacian to stay in. If it does, it seems like it is staying in, it'll probably just protect. But Solgaleo stays faster if they stay in. So if they stay in, I don't really mind hitting them when they like defensive Tera. The defensive Tera should be on Zacian. I don't see any reason to throw it on Ogerpon. Yeah, water. Yeah, I don't mind this too much. This is fine. I guess I could have gone Psychic Fangs there, which I was tempted to do, but it'll work out. We're faster than their Ogerpon, which is nice. Big damage, actually. Was that a crit? Yeah. Okay. Psychic Fangs, goodbye there, Ogerpon. Oh, bulky. Sacred Sword into Solgaleo does a big chunk. Ivy Cudgel into Solgaleo does less of a chunk. I'm going to Psychic Fang the Zacian and Ivy Cudgel the Ogerpon. That way if they redirect, Ivy Cudgel goes first, Psychic Fangs clears Zacian. If they protect either, we just knock out the other one. And they protect Zacian, but we saw our Ogerpon was faster, so we can just finish hers off. And based on how little damage we just did, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, double protecting, I don't exactly get. Because now you either have to go for a double protect on something, or swap and lose something. Third option is not swap and lose both. Yeah, Zacian gives up its defense boost for its speed. That is the right play. Probably the play for last turn. Whimsicott comes in, that's cool. Will +2 Psychic Fangs take Whimsicott? That would be fantastic if it does. It does. Fantastic. No sash. Let's go Solgaleo. This is a sweep. It's a sweep right here. And like I said, Zacian doesn't carry spread moves, so we can just follow me and Psychic Fangs, and the game's over. Love it. Sacrificed an entire Calyrex to do this, but it worked out. Probably a Sacred Sword does take out Ogerpon from here. Oh, it's Behemoth Blade. Wait, where are we at with health? Oh, we're full health. Never mind. Yeah, Behemoth Blade ain't doing it. Goodbye. Nice. Cat beat dog. And Bike Lizard. That Bike Lizard had no shot. The Bulldoze play caught them by surprise and just went all the way in. Good game. Please get a trainer card. Alright, we've got Miraidon Calyrex-Shadow with Dozogiri, Chiyu, and Sneasler. Yo. That's going to be Unburdened Sneasler with Electric Seed. That's going to be fun. This is a tough matchup. Okay. What's my Dozo answer? Spore it? When it goes Tera, and when it goes Tera, crit it with Ogerpon Ivy Cudgel. Calyrex just to blast some damage into its face. I think that's the way. Want to blast damage into its face with Calyrex. I don't want to lead Calyrex. Because I need to save Calyrex to do some big damage into Dozo with Expanding Force. Fairy Tera Calyrex, okay. I'll want Amoonguss. Both restricteds, and probably Indeedee? Is Indeedee the play? good into the Miraidon. It's decent into their Calyrex. We have Gleam, we have Helping Hand. That could help. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go Solgaleo, Indeedee, Calyrex, Amoonguss. As long as I can win the terrain war, I can spore stuff. So I need Indeedee if I'm gonna bring Amoonguss. So I think this is right. Solgaleo can do some big damage too. They don't have a trainer card. But yeah, this could be a tough matchup. Dondozo is always a tough matchup when you're not like specifically built to be ready for it. All right, Chi-Yu Dondozo. Fun. Maybe I want to put Trick Room up. What's the speed stat here? 149. Dondozo could be slower after activating. We don't really have much for Chi-Yu on the field right now. Or period. But I definitely don't want a Terrafire. I think I'm going with Protect. I guess I could Terrafire. I'm going to be weak to Earthquake anyway. No, I'm just going to Protect Trick Room for now. We're going to Protect with our Solgaleo. They throw a Heat Wave. They're not protecting Dondozo. That's interesting. They Body Press into the Indeedee. Okay. Don't want to get hit by Heat Wave, so I think I Terrafire now. Psychic Fang the Dozo. Helping Hand the Psychic Fang. The double into Indeedee was interesting. I guess I could have done the Terrafire Psychic Fang turn 1. If I lose Indeedee here, I don't have the redirection from a Wave Crash, but maybe I'll do enough damage that it doesn't matter. Here's a Helping Hand. Hopefully Dozo doesn't protect. We're not seeing a Tera or a swap. Order up into Indeedee, that won't do it. And Psychic Fang, big damage. Heat Wave. Alright, Indeedee's down. That's fine. Is there any chance they brought Miraidon and Tatsugiri? So I'm gonna send in Amoonguss. I want to spore somebody. I want to Psychic Fangs the Dozo. Spore the Chi-Yu. Okay. No Miraidon swap in, to me, tells me there's no Miraidon. I'm going to be able to spore everybody I want. For all of time. I will need to take out that Chi-Yu eventually. I think I'm going Flare Blitz into Dozo. I could see it terastallizing here. And a Pollen Puff into it. I'm hard calling Tatsugiri Tera Grass. Well, it's not Tatsugiri. But it does look like it's going to be Tera Grass. So I partially made the right call. I don't know if they would be able to knock out a Solgaleo without some sort of boost. Here, have a Pollen Puff. Woo! Goodbye! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Amoonguss! Chill out, man! Beads of Ruin, critical hit Pollen Puff. Wham! Here, have a Flare Blitz. And stay asleep if you don't mind. That's a 2-shot. Love it. Yep, still sleepy. Perfect. Well, that's going pretty well, I guess. Probably gonna heal up my Solgaleo next, or sleep the Calyrex, which is better. Sleep the Calyrex is better. You're not gonna be Goggles, Cali. You already burned Tera. Last turn of Trick Room. But yeah, I'll Flare Blitz the Calyrex, and no. Flare Blitz the Chi-Yu. Side Pollen Puff, expecting a Protect Calyrex. Chi-Yu swap is not what I expected. Hello, Tatsu. Yeah, definitely a Calyrex Protect, no question there. I couldn't predict and go for Psychic Fangs. Sunsteel wouldn't have done it either. So I think I made the best play I could. Dimensions returned to normal. They have Icy Wind Tatsu with Scarf, or was the Chi-Yu Scarf? I'm going Sunsteel Strike into Calyrex. Nah, I'm going Protect Solgaleo. Spore Calyrex. Force you to go after the Amoonguss here. See what this Tatsu's all about. I'm going straight for a Psychic. Not great, but they are not Scarf Tatsu. All I have to do is win a speed tie. Because their Life Orb is buff. Perfect. Alright, it all comes down to the speed tie if they're max speed, which they probably are. Dang, they went straight for Psychic. I could have lived in Muddy Water, so should have attacked there. That's a big throw. Yeah, there was no way they were taking out a Amoonguss unless they Psychic. Alright, we're gonna go Sunsteel. We're gonna go Astral. And it's all gonna work out because we win the speed tie. Helping Hand is quite the commitment. We're gonna win the speed tie, and that's not gonna matter. Oh no! Boom. Goodbye. Well, that's how speed ties go, I guess. But yeah, I messed up. If I had just eaten the Muddy Water, it would have hurt. I can't get an accuracy drop though because of my ability. Take out the Calyrex. Then my Calyrex could take out Tatsu, but they probably wake up with Chi-Yu, so I still might lose that one. Anyway, GG. And here we go, Kyogre. Cali Ice. That's cool. They've got Regieleki, which is awesome. Rock Ogerpon, which is pretty solid next to Ice Rider. Farigiraf, maybe another Trick Room setter. Or maybe a support for Scarf Kyogre and Landorus. Bulldoze Calyrex doesn't work entirely because Regieleki's faster. But I think it could still do some stuff. Redirection, Bulldoze breaks the Sturdy. So there's definitely some stuff we can do. What's my best response to Cali Ice and Kyogre? Maybe it's Wide Guard. They have Farigiraf. However, Amoonguss is not bad if we get rid of the Rock Pond. So I think it is Amoonguss. I'm leaning toward Indeedee. Just get rid of terrain Not get rid of Get rid of Trick Room if we have to. Expanding Force if it comes up. I don't know if I'll be able to just go for the Bulldoze play, but it's possible I could bring in Indeedee and make some other sort of play, like Expanding Force. I'm really tempted to bring the Wide Guard user here, though. Cool trainer card. Yeah, I'm tempted. I wonder if I should have brought Mind Chow against this lead belt. All right, Regieleki, terrifying. Don't love this. Don't love this one bit. Electro Web and a hit into Calyrex would be devastating. But I could protect and bring in Indeedee and then do a redirection, force you onto Sandsear. I could just click Expanding Force, go into Indeedee. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. But if they double into Calyrex-Shadow here with Electro Web plus an attack from Landorus, I'm gonna probably lose the game. Because then my only play is to get Trick Room up. Which might be hard to do, and they still have Ice Rider, presumably. Thunderbolt, so unless it's Scarf Lando, we get our hit off. Yeah! Alright. Sash on Aleki? Cool. Bye, Lando. I am cool with this. So cool with this. The Thunderbolt did a lot. But we are okay. Hello, Kyogre. Maybe we're not okay. We are Grass Indeedee. That's pretty fun. I'm just gonna protect. Tera Grass Gleam. I think I have to. I'm not going to use the Tera anywhere else except maybe a Moongus. But I think I need to get something done right here, right now. And this is the way to do that. Regieleki, Proteki. Hydro Pump Kyogre. Yo? Hey, yo? You for real right now? Is that choice? Is that choice, Kyogre? Because if you're choiced into Hydro Pump, I can follow me Expanding Force. Electro Web isn't going to finish Calyrex from here. But if you're not choice... Oh, you're not choice. Okay. You Protect and Hydro Pump. That's interesting. And it's a Volt Switch. Okay. That's okay with me. Now I'm going to hit Calyrex Ice Rider, most likely, as the last, with an Expanding Force, into a Helping Hand Astral Barrage. You're not Assault Vest, Kyogre. You could be Terra Normal or Dark on something. You could have just not brought Ice Rider. Okay, it is Ice Rider. I think we're in a fine position here, though. Do as much damage as I can with Calyrex here, and then let Solgaleo finish it up. That's a chunk right there. Oh my goodness. They're going to protect Calyrex so they can bring Regieleki in, I guess, but I'm just going to Helping Hand Blast with Astral. they have a strange defensive Tera, I guess go for it. No Tera's popping off. I expect the Calyrex to protect here. No? Okay. Well, this is gonna hurt. Kyogre might live? Nope. Goodbye. Well, alrighty then. That worked out. Alrighty. Whew. Good game. Good game. There's no way you win this one now. 1 HP Regieleki. You could take out Calyrex if you want. But then we'll finish it off with a Dazzling Gleam. I'm not going to go for a Follow Me because you could Electro Web. And that'll probably finish Calyrex now that we've taken a couple more Life Orb ticks. Hope you have Explosion and just click that. That'd be funnier. Thunderbolt. Fine. Alright, you took out the Calyrex that did all the damage, but Indeedee will finish the game. So yeah, Calyrex works as a Bulldoze partner, and it works as just the main sweeper, if things work out. Fantastic, GG. And you got a good trainer card, love it. Alright, we've got a in-game team we're fighting against. They got good taste, though. That's a Meowscarada, Luxray, Arcanine, Gardevoir, Psyduck, Lucario. Just 6 of the coolest Pokemon. So we're just going to do the thing. We're going to Calyrex, we're going to Solgaleo. I guess we'll bring in Indeedee. Redirection could be nice. Anti-priority, they got a few priority moves they could throw. And Ogerpon. Yeah, let's do it. You came on here for some matches. I'm gonna give you a match, right? You didn't do anything wrong bringing this team. And if you want to play it out, that's a good trainer card. If you want to play it out, we'll play it out. I don't got any problems with playing it out. Play enough of these, eventually you're gonna lose one, so gotta bring my A game. Ooh, it's shiny Solgaleo. I love it. Probably won't put this as the first match, but it is the first match. Alright, it is not Intimidate Luxray. I'm just going to go with the Bulldoze into... Tera Fire, Psychic Fang Luxray. That's what I want to do. I maybe have messed up. I should have gone for the Tera on Calyrex, because Sucker Punch could just end my whole career. Honestly, I think this should probably be a Sash Calyrex, but whatever. Mind Shao definitely needs a Sash. Okay, no Sucker Punch, that's good. Bulldoze. No Speed Drop for us, because of our ability. But we get our weakness policy. Why is the hat so small? Solgaleo, your head is enormous. Speed drop on the Spring. Speed drop on the Luxray. A little bit of Life Orb chip. And Psychic Fangs. Goodbye, Luxray. This cat-on-cat violence must end. The U-turn. Okay. Get out of here. I didn't want you here anyway. Shell Bell. Meowscarada. Well, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Into Arcanine. Intimidate won't matter if you have it, because of our full metal body. That's what makes this whole strategy work. You Bulldoze, you don't get a speed drop, but you still get the weakness policy, and they get the speed drop. Alright, 2 priority move users. I'm going to bring in Indeedee. And I'm going to Psychic Fangs the Lucario. I'm not too worried about Arcanine. Fire moves don't do much to my Solgaleo here. I'd be more worried about what Lucario can maybe do. And the Lucario could be faster. We didn't get a Bulldoze on it. I could have gone for another Bulldoze, but I didn't feel like it. I guess I also could have gone for Life Orb Astral Barrage, but that would probably just clear the field. We don't want to see that. Here's a special defense boost for you, Muriel. And Chomp Chomp. Goodbye, Lucario. So Solgaleo does have a higher base speed than the two they have on the field right now. It depends on how much. Fire Spin Arcanine is a tech. I get that it's just an in-game Arcanine, but like, that's a cool tech. Doesn't Cineroar get Fire Spin? I don't know about that. Arcanine's cool. Yep. Back out into Meowscarada. I'll just redirect and probably Sunsteel Strike the Meowscarada, I guess. Still not too worried about the Arcanine. Meowscarada could be a little bit troublesome for the horse as well. Super effective U-turn, not enough. Critical hit, and it wasn't enough. Well, you're not Choice Band, you're Shell Bell. Alright, time to use the cool move. That's such a cool move. I don't get why it's a steel move. It looks more like a fire move, but it's fine. And bite. Goodbye, Indeedee. Well, I didn't 4-0. No sense in revealing what my fourth mon is. Wouldn't want them to know that in the best of 3. In fact, against Arcanine, Ogerpon-Fire is pretty bad. If this was a best of 3, I'd probably change that up. But here, have an expanding course. Block. Goodbye, Arcanine. Alright, that's a good stretch, you know? Get the team warmed up. A little bit of warm-up. Thanks for playing, Moggy. I appreciate you having a nice trainer card. And we're back. That was a fun set of matches. The Bulldoze strat worked. Sweeping with Calyrex worked. We fought a Dondozo. That match went weird. And there was another match, I guess. But thank you for watching. If you had fun, make sure you leave a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And anyways, I'm Jordy. And alright. Peace.